here. So let's take you through the lineup. There is our pacemaker, Joseba. We'll talk about the pace in just a moment. But we've got 2 of the 4 fastest women in history here in Lausanne, and 12 of the top 14 this year. That's how strong this field is. There is Faith Cherotich, world champion, and more recently Commonwealth Games champion in Glasgow. This is her first race since then. Winfried Yafy, the Olympic champion, second fastest in history, around 8:52 in Belgium in her last race. She's in decent form. Marwa Bouziani from Tunisia, what a revelation she's been in 2026. Has knocked 7 seconds off her personal best this year alone, down to 8:54 now. And then plenty of quality in Mngoli, the double NCAA champion. There is Elise Thorner, who had a brilliant time in Glasgow at the Commonwealth Games. There's a Krauser, as we pan through very quickly, who regained the European title, aged 34, 10 years after her first. So quality wherever you look. Women's 3,000 metres steeplechase. 7.5 laps of the track, of course. The pace, well, they're going for the world lead pace. World lead currently held by Perth Chematai, the Ugandan, who's, as I mentioned, the only real big name who isn't here. So 2:55 first kilometre, around 70 seconds per lap. And first 200 metres look as though anybody's going with the pacemaker. Not particularly interested, but it's Faith Chematai Faith Cherotich, who is taking closer order with Yafy just behind Bouziani. But so many stories, Steve, over the last few weeks, not least Krauser there, centre of picture.
Yeah, we can maybe start with that European Championships, and just a mention of Lea Meyer, who fell on that last water jump into the water, really bad fall, got up, finished 4th in the end, almost mirroring what happened to her in Eugene a few years ago. I think it won the Photographer of the Year competition, Sports Photographer of the Year. So they're both back, and Krauser and Meyer have not been that far apart, but Krauser just went on to a slightly another level, didn't she, in that race? Looked really, really good. Great to see her back after taking her time. You know, became a mother, and she said, I'm not going to rush this back, and she's now really into top form again. That Commonwealth steeplechase final was amazing.
It was extraordinary.
Yeah. And your Faith, I think Faith now is the number one, and with, hopefully from her perspective, maybe see her really attack this year, because Yafy is well capable of going with her, and I think that Cherotich always fears Yafy's kick. So I think Cherotich is the one who wants to go for the time here, but that can't be a wise move if you've seen those dark clouds.
Yeah, they're getting a rather ominous. So back to the steeplechase, just gone through the first kilometre in just outside 3 minutes. So 2:55 was the pace required. As we can see, the field really not going with the pacemaker. So Cherotich, followed by Yafy, then Bouziani, the big names we featured in the lineup. Mngoli there in 4th place. But Cherotich, I agree, Steve, has really made this event her own over the last few years. Still only 22. It's frightening, really, how brilliant she's been. She's got great flat speed, technically very accomplished as well. Bouziani mentioned the progress she's made has been really impressive over the last 12 months or so. But we should talk about Elise Thorner as well. Currently down in about 6th or 7th there, left of picture. Had a brilliant race in Glasgow, reeled in Chematai to take the silver medal behind Cherotich. That was a terrific race. We've had some really good steeplechasing in the last few weeks.
Yeah, Thorner had a disappointing European Championships, given the expectation, I think, from her and others after what she did at the Commonwealth Games, where she won the silver medal and just finished like a train. I think 2:56 or 2:57 last 1,000 metres, which is amazing. They're going slower than that today. I'm a bit surprised. They're reasonably well stretched out, and Yafy has decided, well, if Cherotich isn't going to go hard here, and she's not going hard, then I might as well get this moving. I'm a little bit surprised that Cherotich didn't want to go more with the pace, because it's, by their standards, it's not that quick.
No, Yafy had actually made some noises in the run-up to this meeting that she wanted to go quicker than the actual stated time, the world lead of 8:51. She wanted to go something nearer to the world record, 8:44, you'll probably remember if you're watching at home. But it's somewhere in the middle at the moment, and Lozani there in third place. Elise Thorner said she used up all her brain cells in the Birmingham final. I think she just felt she was a little bit fried. Still learning the event. Went to there, just disappearing out of picture. There she is. She's just a little bit removed from that leading group of 5. Went off to spend some time in the States and then came back. Didn't realise that Helen Clitheroe, who's now her coach, had been keeping an eye on her from a distance and was quite flattered actually to say, "What, me? You were looking at me and following my career?" And now she's working with Helen, who is here in Lausanne, by the way, for this meeting this evening.
Lebengola kind of hovering. Remember last year where she won the rained in the rain. Splashing around what a race that was. Thorner was in it as well. Just a bit detached now. Lexi Halliday's doing a great job, the American, in with that group of 4. So the pace just beginning to tell a little bit. But it's only, I say only, there was a 3 or 5 kilometre there. So they're running well outside 9-minute pace. I suspect it'll, of course, it will pick up over the last 600 metres. It's bound to. But you know, for the likes of Thorner and the rest of them, anything around 9.5, 9.6 would be a good result, as Krauser seems to be struggling a bit with this. Yeah, down in 8th place at the moment, just keeping an eye on her. Kena Tufa, we should also mention her, the Ethiopian champion, only 20 years old. She's the latest athlete to go under the magic 9-minute mark. Only 17 women in history have done that, and she is the 17th. But this group of 5 now, starting to pull clear with Halliday just at the back of that group, and Thorner just trying to work hard to get back onto that leading group. But Čeretic has taken closer order here into the 3rd kilometre, just a little stutter, but Yaffi is still there. Buzayani as well. Well, this is a great run from Lexi Halliday. 9.8 her best, 9.12 best this year. She can just hang on within the last 600, and there's 4 of them there, so she's got people to work with. Yes, the race at the front, we're going to expect it, Yaffi and Čeretic, and Yaffi's just got the best kick normally. This is going to be interesting, because I think Čeretic would like me forcing the pace a little. Maybe she's a little fatigued, who knows, but she really should be in front of Yaffi at this point. Coming into the home straight then for the penultimate time, it's Yaffi leading the way. Čeretic in pursuit, and then a little bit further back, Buzayani from Tunisia. Yaffi, though, just stretching away, trying to make up with the wave lights there as they hit the bell. 7.54, it really has quickened here, and Yaffi's got on her bike here. Čeretic in pursuit, these two well clear now. Battle for 3rd, unfolding behind them, but down the back straight goes Yaffi with a head-to-head. Does not make good reading for Yaffi. She's lost 5 of the last 7 meetings, but as things stand, heading for a well overdue victory here, looking fresh, doesn't she? Doesn't she look relaxed? The shoulders still nice and comfortable. Čeretic surely too much to do here. 200 to go. Čeretic has got to go now if she's to overturn this race. One final water jump for Yaffi. Successfully negotiated, didn't even touch the barrier. The tucked under leg technique there from Čeretic. Now just one single barrier to go. Čeretic surely has got too much to do. Yaffi, the crowd roaring her on. She's clear, and now a race for the line. A really polished performance from Yaffi. She talked confidently in the run-up to this race, and she's won it. A new meeting record, just outside 9 minutes dead. Čeretic in 2nd, Buzayani comes home for 3rd, Lemengoli in 4th, and Halliday. Well done to Lexi Halliday taking 5th place, but that was a real statement run there from Winfried Yaffi, who had to settle for 2nd all too often in recent meetings against Faith Čeretic, but not tonight. Yaffi with the victory and a meeting record. Yeah, very good. Interesting. I mean, Yaffi would normally, for me, when the 2 of them are together, has the better pace, except that Čeretic is the better over the barriers, even when they are running quick. You know, she takes the barriers better in her stride. But Yaffi obviously thought, I'd like to be in front, controlling that. And to be honest, from 500 out, she just was moving away, and then with 200 to go, that gap just got bigger and bigger and bigger. So, really nice run. Big last 1,000 metres, what, about 2:55 thereabouts, meeting record. And then Čeretic just looked, you could tell, you know, Čeretic, if she was really feeling good, would have gone with the pace a bit more, would have put the pressure on Yaafi for longer, and then trusted herself to last it out. For whatever reason, she obviously didn't feel she could do that tonight, and therefore Yaafi comes away with the win. In the end, fairly comfortably, but both of them running decent times there. Buzayani and Lemingole. Buzayani coming away with the third spot. Lexi Halliday smashed her personal best by half a second. Good run though from the American, really good.
It was. And he's thrown her down in 8th ahead of the two of the Germans, Olivia Goertz, who took bronze in Birmingham. Leah Mai, we mentioned her with that fall, having to settle for 4th in Birmingham and 10th this evening. And, in the end, here's a Krauser just looking actually dropped out of the race in the latter stages. So maybe the last few weeks catching up for her. But here's all about Yaafi. She's taken 5 seconds off the meeting record held by the still world record holder, Beatrice Čepković. So there's the results. Yaafi from Čeretic from Buzayani.